To find their own identity, and after losing to the Irish in the regular season, they did just that, winning their 5th ACC championship. But for Notre Dame, this is about retribution. This is a chance, a rehashing of that semifinal matchup in 2021 where Clemson ended their championship hopes. And guys, it's no secret from Chad Riley or the players, they wanted this to be Clemson at the end.
Be careful what you wish for, though, Marion. We'll find out. 7 guys starting in this match played in that 2021 semifinal against Clemson.
This is the most efficient team in the country, and you want to keep an eye on Bryden Dowden goal. All-American Mac Herman semifinalist. He can really give you the ability to do everything, including distribution coming off the back line. But he's going to be faced up against Usman Silla, another All-American on the front line for the Clemson Tigers. 11 goals and 5 assists in his last 12 games. Combination play, one-on-one, wide open spaces. He can do it all.
Here we go from Louisville. Dimitar Shavdarov is our center official, his first NCAA College Cup final. And we are underway from Louisville. At least 90 minutes ahead of us to see who will win a national championship. It may start right away.
The 2023 campaign.
Clemson still in possession now of an opportunity. Head up as Alex Meinhardt pops it out wide to Smart. Smart still skirting forward, cuts it back. 6 all season. They play it forward, looking to Bafour in the channel, and Gibert trying to catch him. He does, but Bafour's able to cut inside on that right foot. Looks for the big switch. Onside, flag down, shot, and Damo with the save! Called into action early.
Part of the greatness that has become this attacking unit for Notre Dame is certainly about depth, but it's the way that they attack going forward. No longer is it this long ball style system, and I love what Chad Riley has done on the outside here. Both KK to allow it to develop.
Float it in toward the spot, and whoa. Hammer put it into the box. Back post. Falls, first time strike! Deflects just wide. Silla almost had an absolute highlight right there.
The nerve just to even try it, to be fair, the way it comes off, and watch him readjust his body right here. Steps back, then right through it. Oh. Beautifully taken. This thing's headed to the upper corner on the right-hand side. Drifting away, and whether he...
Smart, able to cut it back. Nobody there, and then Ferguson has to pop it up over the line.
This actually develops from Clemson's ability just in between these 2 different levels here for Notre Dame. They're a little bit flat defensively, and so the back line to the middle, good job by Clemson. It started with Brandon Parrish, but as they recycled, Jerron Gibert just stepping.
My boy too, Gibert, 27 in the mix. Oh, an opportunity there. Looked like Tremble got a piece of it. Then final a couple years back, he played in that 2021 championship game, a starter. Could really add something off the bench. We will see. That's their 5th corner. Brandon Parrish gives it a ride. Oh, he did it again! He did it to him in September from about the same spot. This one, though, carries much more weight.
What a year Brandon Parrish is having. He was a part of that 2021 title-winning team, and Mike Noonan said he wants the authenticity of this team to shine out, but the experience and understanding that he's not being stepped to quick enough. What a touch! What a touch! After Brandon Parrish brings this thing down, the explosion to come off that back foot and stepping right through it. Watch the rotation of the ball. Just a natural tendency as his right foot follows through. It's got the tiniest little hop up off the deck that proves the English to pull it away from Brown. That's really the type of opportunity it took for Clemson to break the deadlock.
Might have a chance here. Brought down, shot, save it, Dama. Second time he stood tall in the match.
Just in between the lines, though, and we talked about this for Clemson. Great job by depth within the ranks in the midfield to play off of each other and provide support.
Flipped in back post, might be an opportunity. Headed just wide. And the flag was down, and Russo, who's known for big goals, including the game winner when these teams met in September, couldn't keep it on frame. The 1-2 at bat forward. They do connect. He's charging in the box. He goes down! And Shadrap waves it off. The Notre Dame bench and their fans can't. Grew on it. Grew again. Squared the ball. Stoke, the junior from Texas, former Gatorade National Player of the Year by now. Meinhardt trying to go the other way. Save first time. Oh, just wide. He opened up his body, and from our angle, it looked like it was destined for posting in, and just wide.
Yeah, the way that this team builds is just when you give them the wide open space, they're willing to step into it. Notre Dame collapses defensively, not their fault. Still wheeling on the other side, and as you get down here, you have to understand that the second and third runs are always
up 1-0.
Big boys came to play. Yeah, you saw a lot of really good movement from Clemson early on. They were certainly the ones that had the brunt of possession. Wouldn't say they created a ton, but that doesn't really matter when you get the type of strike that you got out of Brandon Parrish coming off the second ball at the top of the box. And Notre Dame, they grew. They definitely got better through this game.
You find that interesting? They started the second half with Seg.
Physical side, his IQ too, very high. We never got to that point at the tail end of the first half because of how aggressive Notre Dame.
Let them set up a free kick, and Russo just took it. Driven, deflected. And let's take a.
That's a ball.
Wow. Spicer on it. Plays it over, looking for room. Might fall for Spicer again. Burns! Burns off the post! Oh, the senior can't believe it. Silla's down. He's back up. No foul called. Now Burns floats it in. Nandema there. Woo!
Very efficient. 1-2 touch in and out. Just look at the depth that they create within. That's some kind of ball for Nolan Spicer. And then how is he able to get that to Matt Root as they recycle? Patty Burns expected this to come sooner. Notice how he's having to chase to his left to step into it. That's why his form.
Floated. In swinger, it's down. It's off the line. But it's still live. Sean Smart trying to spark a transition the other way, and he may. Sage, tried to release Silla, but it hit Smart. Holy cow. Bodies flying everywhere. You're applauding why?
It's great. Dean Duquesne involved. Sean Smart, Pop my boy, very active.
Deked over, Bono, heavy touch! Why? Wow.
Thought it was in.
So did I.
Thought it was in. I mean, what a little press right there then through them. Watch him just spin off the back shoulder. Great move coming out of the midfield by Bryce Minot. If you're Gal Jabert, it's difficult to track because your natural tendency as a center back, you start to turn towards the run of play. You see the runner in front of you. He doesn't get the back shoulder call. Minot slips right through. It is a difficult angle, but
O'Brien over it. Whipped in. Williams will have a crack at it. Still pinging around. But no! Little scissor kick. Pinged up to Silla. Good ball, good outlet. And it somehow sneaks through to Trimnell. He's got Meinhardt on his right, but he goes back to Silla. Silla, you know he wants to get on that right foot. Back to Okunlola. He can give it a rip and deflects into the hands of Dowd. To the spot, headed out. Let's break the path to Trimnell.
quickly.
Can he flick it onto Silla? He does. Now to this Meinhardt to the right. He plays him early. He continues his run. Trimnell on the back post wants it. He's not going to get it. Meinhardt walks forward. Square ball. Their superstar. Their talisman. Their senior. He's got one College Cup. That goal may give him a second.
This is the performance Mike Noonan was looking for from his attacking unit and Ousmane Sylla. Play it now. He's been slow in every single step throughout the course of the game, but starting to find some confidence. It's open. It's smartly put to the outside. But notice how long Alex Meinhardt waits for this to develop. Credit to Notre Dame. 6 separate players drifting back. They forget about the most important one. Everybody recovers defensively, but they get too flat. They don't have the ability for the trailing run to block it. Look at that half step by Usman Silla and the beautiful step right through the ball. Draws the Notre Dame back defensively, even still on the doorstep.
Floated in by Parrish. Headed down. Meinhardt, field goal good. Bono turns on the Jets on the inside, pops it back out to Burns. A lot of bodies in the box. The center backs are still forward. Great entry, but then I think it deflects. No, just off of Rue. Couldn't quite get his ball down. One of those, the one against Clemson in 2015. Good turn by Smart. Holy cow. Could have an opportunity. You know he can hit it. Did in the semifinal. Dragged it wide.
October 15th, they were away at Syracuse, and it's a 1-1 draw, but talked about high ceiling that they had.
Ento drives it in. Bafour making the run. Almost went off an own goal, but Ndema. Look at him hold that ball like a baby.
No hesitation whatsoever here from Ndema, and watch his reaction as this thing comes all the way back to his left side, because he's shifting. He's expecting this ball to be picked up right around the penalty mark. Great positioning. Just plants his...
Russo trying to maintain it. Bafour strikes! Man, how many have just been a whisker wide and a post has been hit?
And the shape change, it's not always Lewis and O'Brien next to each other. Bono comes high, O'Brien starts to step with him. More pressure on the back line, more pressure on the midfielders. It does.
Silla now running at the back line. Could be 2v2. Trimble stays on side. Trimble takes a touch and eventually played out for a goal kick, and he's down in a heap. Mo Williams, good recovery run, and the clock will stop as Trimble's trying to get fixed. The boards are down behind the goal too.
Just making sure that divot wasn't from his knee, the way that he went down into the pitch. Great closure by Mo Williams coming all the way back across. It does pop up because of him, but good news is no injury coming off of it. State, they didn't go direct to goal. Ethan O'Brien hit this little dink up over the top just behind the penalty mark. A lot of big bodies back there.
Played short, nobody on Bono. Flips in, that might be a handball, and it is! Hold the phone! That seemed like an obvious penalty, and that is it. Tyler Trimble slid in there, arm away from the body. We'll take a look, but the call is made, and you cannot review this. It's a pen.
Class by Notre Dame to come back to the outside, and thought Bryce was going to try and cut this back, and instead smartly, he understands all the bodies that are already in the box, and it's a penalty. Tyler Trimble's hand, he knows it, far away from his body.
And Ndema has been very good on penalties in tournament situations. In the ACC, they had two. Here's Burns, puts it away. This is going to be a nervy 60 seconds.
A chink in the armor, certainly, for Clemson. They are fallible, they are human, they have finally conceded. The handball, Tyler Trimble, far away from his body. It's not the greatest of pens, but there's a...
Could there be a miracle here at Lynn Family Field? Driven long, headed out. In the last 3 years, the Tigers have done it twice. College Cup champs again in rarefied air. High expectations faltered early and forgotten about for a period of time, but they have taken home not one, but 2 trophies, and now are 4-time College Cup champions.
Fans, please stand by as our award ceremony will begin shortly.
Heartbreak for Notre Dame, pure joy and ecstasy for the Tigers. 2-1 is the final. Devin, your thoughts on not just this game, but a magical, historical season by these Clemson Tigers.
What a run, honestly. I still go back to my conversation with Mike Noonan in early August. Guys were in camp, and I said, just talk to me about the team. And we talked about the transfers. Alex Meinhardt, Jean Jabet, Gael Gibert, you know, the youngsters, and Pop Marboy and Arthur Duquesne and Sean Smart, and what role they could play. And his exact words, the structure's working itself out. I don't know if it's going to be 3 at the back, 4 at the back, how many in the midfield. It may look different in defense than attack, but we've got a really good nucleus of players coming back. Some solid transfers, 10 freshmen, and it's going to take time. The real question is going to be the quality, how good, for how long? 5 games into the year, 500. At the hands of Notre Dame, they experienced a 3-2 loss. They went to USF. They were down after 45 minutes, and the players had a coming to. It was player-led. No coaches were involved, and one of the players that spearheaded that was the transfer, Gael Gibert from Oregon State. He said, listen, I came here for one thing and one thing only. I left that program to come and win a national title. If you're not with me, let's get this over with right now. Only 1 loss in their final 17, 14 unbeaten to end the year, only 1 goal against in 5 NCAA tournament games, and the double with the ACC title. What a journey, what a season for the Clemson Tigers.
As they celebrate on the field, and you mentioned Gibert coming in that game at USF, Mike Noonan said he heard them talking in the locker room and said, we have another captain. You have another young man emerging as a leader on this team. He did it all year for them. They said they were truthful with each other from that point forward. We were honest with each other and we challenged each other. And you have stars and seniors like Usman Silla and Brandon Parrish score your goals in the college.